And I'm not gonna sell my body.
I don't know why
I'm
I
not
thought it
gonna
was just
sell my body. I'm gonna get you, Diva B. That's never not gonna hear
Cindy,
that.
Cindy,
Well,
you
it's
around here saying selling bodies?
I always make up weird things. Like I'll tell you a funny story. So one time I was singing a song and it was a Madonna song. And I was in the car with my best friend and I was like, Tempted Spice. And he was like, what?
What?
And I'm like, yeah,
What?
that's the name of the song, Tempted Spice. And he was like, boy, you are
What did
so
you hear?
retarded.
what were
And
you?
he is like,
What was the right word?
it is not Tempted Spice. It's time goes by
Shut up.
so slowly. Girl, I thought she said Tempted Spice.
That's a
You
good
know what,
lyric though.
DVD?
Tempted Spice.
Well, I
That
always
sounds like
thought
a
Michael
stripper
Jackson. You
name.
know how when he says "Mama say Mama samu makusa"?
Yes.
Girl, I used to thought he said my mama fell off the side of the mountainside.
You know what, Diva B? Don't tell nobody that.
Well,
You
it's
don't tell
live now.
everybody that
It's
now.
live now.
You don't
So,
tell
honey, I would be
everybody.
there jamming. My mama fell off the side of the mountainside. My mama fell off
Yes.
the side of the
Wait, yes.
mountainside.
You come up with these lyrics, but I'm never gonna sell my body,
I'm
and I'm
never
never
gonna
gonna
sell
sell
my
my
we,
body.
body.
we selling
Oh.
body parts?
Wait till my brother
Um,
hears that. He's gonna die with that one. He'll be-
Ryan, get your brother.
No, he done took mama done fell off the mountaintop.
Mama,
can you
mama
all go
said,
make sure that your feeds are live, please?
Yes,
Please.
ma'am.
Boom,
Thank you
boom,
I
so
boom,
just
much.
went
boom, boom.
worldwide. I did.
oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Tell me what you gonna do,
Never gonna sell my body.
and I'm never gonna
Good
sell my
evening, Top
body.
Miami family.
No.
Hi, Ryan. Hey, Una.
Hey,
Hey,
Una,
Katrina, baby mama. We counting down. How many more days we got?
have y'all told y'all friends that we are live every Monday, or y'all just keeping us a secret? I just inquiring
No,
minds want to know.
actually,
I'm
a
asking
lot of
for a
Ryan
friend.
and Trina's friends watch us. Elizabeth and Camilo watch us. Can we not eat the
Shout
paper
out
out
to
of the gift
Elizabeth,
wrap?
and you cannot talk to Mumu right now. We're
Look at
live.
Mama Gloria said she was in the mountains, y'all, and she fell.
But I haven't fallen
Dang.
yet.
She hasn't, because we weeble wobble, but we don't fall down.
Yes, Mama Gloria. Oh my God. He put you all the way in the mountains, Mama.
I'm
So I'll
live.
have a disclaimer tonight. I'm a little bit under the weather. I have a little coughing and sniffling going on. So if I mute, it's just because I don't want you all to hear what's coming up out of
Oh,
my throat.
yay.
And
Oh,
even though I'm hosting tonight, I may need my co-host to pick up the slack if I don't answer something real quick.
Well, listen, I don't have a voice
Help
either,
me
so we're
out.
gonna need Diva B and Cindy to help us out. Me and Shonda under the weather, so Diva B and Cindy, y'all be the backup. Wait,
Diva
Diva
B.
B.
You can't
Sorry.
be doing that on the live.
Well, wait, did we talk about
He gonna
abuse
come get
last
us.
week? We talked
What
about
did he
abuse.
do? I didn't even see anything. What
He threw a
happened?
he
Never
threw
He's
a
mind.
spanking
Don't
the
even say
cat.
it.
He's
he threw
spanking
a
the
Don't
cat.
latch.
don't
He threw this.
incriminate my friend. Don't say it.
Look, he
Don't
threw this
say
at the cat.
Y'all, I'm here. I gotta be right
Oh,
back.
no, not the crochet
Oh,
needle.
Yeah, he's
did we?
throwing a
Did
crochet needle
we
at
talked
the cat.
about spank to not or not spank, and he just okay. Yes, Diva B. Okay, no
I
problem.
don't
Baby.
know. Sometimes negotiation doesn't work with a cat. That's why I don't have a cat.
Okay.
I don't want
So,
an animal in my house that you say no, and they look at you dead in the eye and they
I'm
do it
sorry.
anyway.
I'm
we're gonna
sorry.
let Diva B have some time alone. 2
No,
minutes.
Dr.
no.
Shirley. And
You all
he's
right,
back.
Diva B?
I'm sorry, y'all. I have a cat, but I have Christmas presents, and she has a paper fetish, so she was trying to tear the presents open, and she already tore up my vaccine card because the other day I couldn't find it, and then when I found it, it was in
No.
shreds. So I do apologize. That's why she
Messed
got a
up.
highlighter thrown at her because she was starting to eat the paper of the Christmas wrapping. Sorry.
Well, let me say good evening to some of our loyal friends of the show. I'm not even gonna call y'all viewers. You are our friends. You are our family, and we really appreciate you taking the time every hour and a half on Monday. It's
It's
supposed to
it's
be an
it's
hour,
like an
but we
hour and a
all
half.
we usually go over. So I want to say good evening to everyone. Thank you all for joining us again. Again, I am Dr. Shanda Roberts. I'm going to throw it up to the beautiful lady in her red and white hat.
Season's greetings, everyone. It's your girl Cindy Winters here. I'm so excited to be back at another month on another Monday night. Have something very special for y'all tonight. Hi, Mr. Hill. That Clement Hill just gave us a little shout out. Are you guys hitting us with? I see those likes, are those hearts, those laughs. Yes. Please share this feed. If it's on your Facebook, please
Yes.
share this feed with your friends on your page. Let us know that we are here. We're going to be seasoning it up like Lowry's this entire month. So please, I'm
Yes.
going to kick it over to the lady on my left.
Past the Cajun seasoning over here.
Okay, the Lowry's, the old day.
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. I am TK Owens. Looking forward to a great show tonight. Like Cindy said, we are going to be festive around here. Diva B, just for you, I'm going to decorate my backdrop like Christmas.
TK, you look like a silver bell, honey.
Thank
with your
you.
royal blue, honey. It's Christmas time in this
that's my
city.
nickname for tonight. Wait. Silver
No,
bell.
who said for you to sing?
Oh, no.
I
Okay,
said
pass it down here because that tone was as bland as me, white and salty.
That's because they don't want me to be great. I'm going to pass it down to the one and only.
I get passionate about that. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you. I am Diva B, and I brought some season 2. I needed to have a little green and a little red because it's the holidays. So we're gonna be decking halls and jingle belling.
Hey,
I said decking halls.
I heard you.
Are you ready to jingle your bells?
I'm gonna bring bells. I'm gonna bring bells next week.
It's festive time.
Okay. Yes, I love Christmas time. Christmas is my favorite holiday. I love Christmas.
It's my first time ever feeling Christmas.
Pushing a good mood.
Yes.
Okay, well, are we ready to get down and dirty with the topics for tonight? So I want you all to please chime in the comments, talk to us, let us know how you feel. So we are first going to talk about, it's going to be hard to not let topic 2 merge into topic 1, but let's try not to. I want to keep it separate. I'm sorry, y'all. My voice almost left me. So topic 1, it is dating on your level. What does that mean? What does it look like? I have a couple of quotes in here that I wanted to share with you all. You date at the level of your self-esteem. You attract who you are, so love yourself first, and the quality of people in your life will increase. I just thought that was a good quote because a lot of times when we're dating, we are not, we're not paying attention to what we are attracting. And a lot of times people find themselves in the same types of relationship because we don't pay attention to certain things that comes to us in the beginning. A lot of times, I don't know, for women, sometimes we're fixers and we're nurturers and we think that we can change and fix and make someone be better. But if they don't want to be better, then they're not going to be. So I just thought it was a good quote just because I hope it helps somebody else. But this topic came up because, again, we've told you all that we're always talking. I don't think there's a day goes by where we're not sending a text or a picture or something between the 4 of us. So we're always communicating. And the subject of Rihanna and ASAP Rocky came up. There was a rumor out that Rihanna was pregnant. She has since said that was not true or kind of laughed it off. I'm not even sure if it's true or not. And yeah, so it's supposedly not true. Let's see what happens, in a couple of weeks. Right.
Exactly. 9
so
months,
what is dating on or off your level?
That's my life.
What is that?
That's my life.
Cute.
Boxing.
Dating on or off your level? You dating up or you dating down? What is it? Do we look at standards? Do we look at financial status? Are we looking at age? What's his name? Clint Eastwood. I think I found a quote from him as well.
That's me.
Lord Jesus, that's yours. My bad. I don't think
while you're looking for your quote, one of my standards is a heartbeat. At this point, just have a heartbeat.
That's all I gotta have is a heartbeat.
Oh wow!
For now, I mean, I can't be picky. I haven't been dating in more than 10 years, so as long as you breathe in with a heartbeat.
So back to Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. So I went looking and I went searching and did my little research, honey. And according to Forbes.com, ASAP Rocky is worth $14.5 million.
It's a lot to me.
That's a lot to me,
I mean,
baby.
that's
Rihanna's
double.
Yeah, well, hold
listen,
your seat,
Rihanna's
honey.
right. Rihanna's net worth is
Mom.
estimated at a whopping $1.7 billion. Now, sis financial status trumps his. However, that does not mean his is not great. He
And
makes
it doesn't
whole
mean that he cannot provide or support for her. Because I
right,
read
correct.
comments that said, "Oh," and I'm sorry that I interrupted, but I read comments that are
Are
like,
you?
"Oh, he's with Rihanna for her money," and I'm like, "But
He has money.
he
He's not
has his
broke.
money. He
He's
don't
not
got
broke.
Rihanna money." But then again,
Right.
how many celebrities got Rihanna money?
If he in his
Exactly.
millions, he could
But
take
who
care of
need?
know,
Yeah,
himself.
who needs that?
Yeah.
Like, what's a million? What's a 10, 14 million to a billion? I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
if
mhm.
you're just
But
living,
the
if you're
thing
just trying
is,
to live,
people who are saying that he's with her for her money or she's not dating on her level, so on and so forth, we have to remember and think back that she was dating someone on her level and he beat the mess out of her. And we a lot of times it's because somebody is on your level financially, they may not be the person that's making you happy. He apparently is making her happy or keeping her happy because honey, she looked at him in that quilt on that what it was the Met Gala.
The
The
and
Met
And honey,
Gala.
laughed.
she looked her man up and down like he was a chocolate ice cream cone. So she
wrapped in a
apparently
quilt.
loves him and loves how he treats her. And I think that's what's important.
Mhm.
Now, saying that, that doesn't mean you love somebody with no ambition, with no standards, with no morals. With I don't care if they're a warm body in your bed.
What if they can
If they
cook?
not right, well, I mean they can cook, but they still gotta cook and go to work. Like you gotta bring something to the table that's gonna build our
What if his
relationship.
work is cooking?
Out the house,
She
What if
can't read
work from
between the
home?
lines right now, Cindy.
out the house. Go ahead, TK. Because I'm trying to understand what Cindy's saying. I gotta sneeze. Go ahead.
When you talk about dating someone on your level, there's several different factors that go into dating. It's not just financially. We talk about, do you have the same what spiritually, are you guys still on the same level? Do you have the same religious background? There's so much that you have to consider when choosing a partner. Financial goals, spiritual or religious goals, how many kids do you want? Do you even want kids? um Looks are important. I'm gonna be honest with you. We could say how shallow that is, but to some people looks does play a part. Maybe you need to be, maybe it's important to you to be attracted to the person. Some people don't care if the person is attractive. I do. I have to wake up next to you every day. I want to make sure I like what I wake up
You
to.
can't be like, "Uh-huh."
you know but everybody's different. But it's what this is, you're choosing a person that hopefully, now if you're dating, maybe dating you just want to have fun, so maybe those priorities can change. But when you're trying to look for a life partner, you definitely want to be on the same level. And things, yes, are going to change, but at least having the same spiritual goals, being attracted to the person, and more importantly, does sex play a big part in it? Because are you going to stay with somebody who can't put it down in the bedroom? Like, there are just so many different factors. And I believe that's probably what's happening with Rihanna. Maybe he's putting it down in the bedroom and she is completely changed. So it's just so many different things. I do say, whatever you are, look for that in someone else. That's my take on it. What do you think,
Um,
Diva?
What do I think?
Shonda, if
Well,
you wanted to go to Diva B.
yeah, I was gonna say, go ahead, DVB.
oh, okay. I don't like the whole "should you date on your level"
Yeah.
sentence, and I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I used to not like who I was, and now that I love who I am, when I read that in our chat, "should you date on your level?" I'm like, honey, ain't nobody on my level. Like,
Oh,
care
excuse
for
me.
that. But then that's probably why I've been single for 10 plus years. But anyways, um, I do agree with you, TK. And it's not shallow to say that you want some. Now, granted, are you basing your whole relationship on only the physical attraction? I mean,
Right.
only the looks? Then fine, that's shallow as hell. But you have to be somewhat physically attracted to somebody. So what I've always done when I break it down, whether or not I'm going to date a man, is I break it down into three categories. One,
Mhm.
physical attraction.
Mhm.
Two, mentally and emotional attraction. And
Mhm.
three, do you bring something else besides looks and a brain? Do you have a job? Do you have goals? Do you have savings? Things like that. So that's how I've always done it, but you're 100% right. Sexual attraction, physical attraction, emotional, all of those to me kind of combine into one giant ball that, is why I would date somebody. So,
I agree. I agree with both of you. And I was going to say also, back to what Cindy said earlier, and then Cindy, you could take it after I make this comment. Also, you got to know what works for you. What you may tolerate, I may not. And what I may tolerate, you may not. Whatever works for you and keeps you happy and healthy, then hey, that's for you. Just don't complain about it when it's no longer working. Because a lot of times people compromise to the point where they normally wouldn't accept A, B, or C. And because this person is super fine, or they have this big old house, or maybe they have
Mhm.
all this money, that I'm going to compromise them being a cheater or being
Mhm.
mhm,
whatever because I like this other stuff. He'll
mhm,
stop or she'll stop because they're gonna like me so much. You can't change who a person is unless they want to change. They have to want to change. You can't change. Now they can want to change by being with you, but you can't change anyone. Go ahead, Cindy.
As far as ASAP Rocky and Rihanna, um, you know, his name is Rakim. He's from Harlem. He seems like a very focused dude. Um, I don't have any. There's nothing on him besides that like weird assault thing in Sweden that he got pardoned for, which was kind of cool. Um, but not other than that, he's not been really in the news
mhm.
as far as my knowledge.
Right.
And I agree with TK. But you know what, y'all? Not everybody got levels.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Come
Right.
What'd
on.
you say?
Not everybody got levels.
Well, that's
So
true.
Mhm.
we gonna talk about on your level. Like some of y'all need to check your
Step it up.
level, okay, before you start. Look at what level you on. Okay.
That's true.
The minute you look at what level you on, you can figure out sort of where you going and what kind of
Yeah.
what level you need to either work up toward. Maybe somebody that you're seeing or you're interested in is on a level above you.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Pay attention. So I think I don't know
That's
that
all I'm
the
Well,
about to
dating on
read.
your level. It's funny because there's some one for everybody.
I
Right.
want to
There's
read
Mhm.
somebody for
Ryan's
everybody.
I want to read Ryan's comment. I've always given the advice to people when dating, find someone you can enjoy being with on a Wednesday afternoon. Don't just look for the Friday night special.
What you
Build a
say?
friendship and a relationship. Find someone who you can have multiple things in common with. That is important. You
What you
have to be
say?
friends because
You have
when
to.
you're mad at somebody, like George gets divorced once a week, but he better not leave. You know what I mean? So we are still friends even when we're not liking each other so much in a
George,
marriage.
please don't leave Shonda. She'll starve to death.
He ain't
To
going nowhere,
Jack.
chair. I would do a long wall slide, crying and holding his feet. He ain't going nowhere. But
She gonna lay in the driveway. Lay across the driveway. You can't leave. You gonna run me over?
exactly, exactly. So you have to make sure that you all are compatible and friends at the same time. And I think I think I have had that, and I still do, even after 20 years, because once kids grow up and they leave, y'all gonna be looking at each other. For the last
Absolutely.
what 20 through our oldest is 23, so the last 20 something years of our life we've been dropping off, picking up, going here, going there, making sure going to meetings and going to field trips and busying our life with that. Our baby girl just turned 18 and everybody's driving, and now we find ourselves most of the time alone. Our house is empty. We're going out doing more, and if we did not like each other, we couldn't do that. So many relationships fell apart during COVID. so many marriages fell apart
Yes.
during COVID
Me
Yeah.
and
because
Pharaoh, I promise you, I thought we was about to go to divorce court during the pandemic. Lord Jesus, it got rough, y'all.
right,
I
it
shared
was
that
rough.
in my book, so it ain't nothing new. All
Yeah,
right, but go ahead.
it was rough for a lot of people though, TK. You know what I mean? And I understand
Yeah.
because that's when you realize, oh, I got to see her every day. I got to see him
Yes.
every day. Work is a time for breathing.
Hmm.
Sometimes out of the house, you don't have to
Hmm.
worry about the kids, your spouse. You go away for those 10 hours, 8, 10 hours, however long you're gone, and then you come back, eat dinner, take a bath, go to bed. You got a couple of hours at home, so you're not really with that person all day.
But,
You don't
but so
see
wait now. You work from home now.
right.
Yeah, but he goes to work.
What if George works from home all of a sudden?
But you know what? Me and Joe used to work together at a hotel. I loved it. I enjoyed working with him. And
Yeah.
he worked in the kitchen and I worked, of course, in the on the phones. But every day at 1 o'clock, baby, we went to the kitchen, the staff kitchen. He had my lunch prepared on the table. We would go eat lunch
Look,
together. I
he
would kiss
always
him.
preparing lunch.
Uh,
Hmm.
What will you
TK,
do?
drink your tea. You know, we enjoy. We got up, went to work together every day, came home at the same time. I enjoyed it. I honestly did. And even on now, I try not to work on Mondays because Mondays he's off. But even on Monday, we every Monday, what we doing today? Where we're going today? What we're gonna do? Sometimes we just don't do anything. Sometimes we just go out to lunch or something. But we look forward to our Mondays now, Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah.
So we're like I said, our kids are grown. They're moving out. They well not moving out. I wish, but they ain't moving out. But
Hashtag hinting.
Hashtag
Yeah.
right.
foreshadow. Hashtag get
But
out.
they're gone
Yeah.
more. They have their own agendas. Everyone is, doing what they do. But back to the topic.
I will
I
say
picked
this.
that topic. Okay, go ahead.
I will say this. So in my 20s, I was just looking at guys who were cute, silly me.
Hmm.
And you know,
That's what it was about, honey.
it's really about what cuteness at first, but then I was
Mhm.
I was at a particular level in my life where I've always been driven. I've always wanted something out of my life, and I knew where I was going. And I was at the mall one day at the Foot Locker, and this kind of cute brother was there, and he was trying to talk to me. So he said, "Okay, um, what you doing after this?" I get off at 9, and I was like, "Well, I'm chilling." He said,
Mhm.
"Come back at 9, and we can go to the Fridays." And I was like, "All right, cool."
Oh, Cindy be down for whatever, honey.
So, I was like, "We'll go to Fridays, like, whatever, like, I'll eat my Jack Daniels chicken or whatever." And we're after we eat, um, we're standing outside, and I don't remember if I paid for my own food or whatever, but I think I did because I was like, they're not talking. I realized during the conversation at the table that they really weren't talking about nothing. And we're standing outside in the parking lot, and they're outside, you know, hanging out. And I'm like, huh. I asked him, I was like, brother Raheem, I don't know what his name is, but just to give you some
It's gonna
context.
be
We're gonna
Raheem
name
tonight.
him
It's
Raheem
To
tonight.
Raheem
give
It's
some
now.
gonna be Raheem
context.
tonight.
Yeah. What do you want to do with your life? He goes, you know what I'm saying? Like me and my well, I'm about to just get my money. I'm about to get this money so I could open up this sneaker shop. Mind you, he works at Foot Locker. So maybe he's like doing some like research. Maybe he's market researching. I don't know. Maybe that's what he was doing. But I said to him very vividly, I was like, I am not on your level.
Yeah.
You are not on
Yeah.
my level. Do you know what do you have to do to get a girl like me? I wish you good luck. And then
Mm,
literally after that, I had met too many people like him, so I began naming a tribe of men
yeah.
called the Mabautu tribe.
Right.
Mm, please
Mabat
elaborate.
and it's the brothers out there that be saying, "I'm about to
Hmm.
get this money.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm about to get
Hmm.
my credit
About to.
fixed.
Hmm.
I'm about to get my car. I'm about to get my license." I'm like, you ain't about to do
And then
not
you
a
watching the
damn
news and
thing.
you're like, damn, wait, that's about that man right there. He got his
Yes,
money in the
that's that
bank.
Mabautu
And now he
brother.
going to jail.
That's that mugshot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I
about to get
mean,
this mugshot.
I'ma
But at
just
least early on, at
mm,
least early on, you were able to identify what is your level and what isn't. Go ahead, TK. I'll just finish later. I'll finish when you're
No,
done.
it's like what Cindy's saying. It's just what is important to the person. Like I
Yeah,
said, if you're just casually dating, you shouldn't care what's going on. You just want to have fun. But just make
yeah,
sure he got money. Okay. But but then when you are really looking for a partner, like I'll never forget me and Farrell's first date. I knew I couldn't have any more kids because I had already tied my tubes. I didn't want to
hmm,
get into a relationship with a man who wanted to start a family. So those are important
right.
questions you want to know first. I was like, "Do you want kids?" He was like, "Hell no." I was like, "Good. All right, we can do this." So like just make sure that you
She's like, I'll
have
see
these
you at Bahama Breeze next week.
We
make sure
turning
you
up.
have those conversations that to me I just believe pick someone that will compliment you on every level, just like what Diva B said,
Yeah,
physically, mentally, emotionally, all of that is so important. And with Ace, is that his name? ASAP
ASAP,
Rocky.
ASAP.
ASAP.
I just, oh my God, it's just me. I guess because I love Rihanna. Like, she needs to be with someone like Bill Gates. Like, look at Eve.
Girl,
Like,
bye.
Eve would
Now
not have got
listen,
her.
Girl, bye.
listen.
He's
Listen.
Eve was
cute.
not
He's
And,
playing with
cute.
us.
and she's pregnant now, and I'm so proud of her. And I can't
I'm
wait to see the
happy for
baby.
her.
Like, I need to see a Rihanna on that level. And I'm sorry,
But
it's
he's
probably just me.
cute. He's probably cool, you know?
Okay.
Like
I'm
we
judging on the
can't say
outside,
that
and that's
because like
me.
Jay-Z he's from Brooklyn, like, and now
Okay.
he's
Yeah.
Jay-Z,
But she
you
Well,
likes
know?
it.
and
I love
Beyonce, yeah.
it.
So actually, before we switch topics, I want to share an insight into a community that the three of you know about, but you don't live every day like I do. Um, in the straight
What you
community,
talking
dating as
about?
a whole, I'm not gonna say it's a whole lot easier because it's not, but it is there. The dynamic is very different. You know, boy, girl go out to dinner, boy pays, girl whatever or whatever. In the gay community, there's not even a level. I mean, I to be honest with you, and I'm believe me, I'm gonna get told a lot of things after this. The gay community is very superficial. Okay. In the gay community, if you don't have a six pack and your thing ain't dragging down the street, um, they really
Bye,
don't
Shonda.
they really don't date you. You know, the gay community is very known for having high sexual, drugs, sex, and rock and roll. And what ends up happening is finding an actual date in the gay community is very hard. It really is nowadays, because the perception is, oh, we meet up, we go to dinner, and after dinner we have sex. And what happens when you don't do that is then it's, well, you didn't like me, or I'm not talking to you
Disinterest.
Oh
anymore.
wow.
And it's very short lived. And I feel like that's actually been one of my issues with finding a date is, yes, I've met people up here and have gone on dates, but if we don't sleep together on the first night, then I don't get a call back.
But
So it's very hard to live in a world like that. And listen, I'm not saying that's not how it is for straight people too, because listen, a man and a girl can go on a date and the guy pays for dinner and expects to get some boom boom when he gets home, or when he takes the
mhm.
girl back home, and it doesn't happen, and then he kicks her to the curb too. It happens, but it's more prevalent in the gay culture that if you're not putting out on the first date or the first time we meet, there's no second time. You know.
Okay, I want to ask one last
Um,
question.
mhm.
And you first, DVD. If you are ready to settle down, which I think you are, what do you expect your significant other to bring to the table? What do they have to bring to the table before you even consider?
More than a heartbeat.
Okay, right.
So
I
no, I'll
need
answer
you.
a question. Truthfully, when I said just a heartbeat, it's because I like to bring some comedy into this
Of
stuff.
course, we get it.
But truthfully, if I was to meet somebody worth, and it has nothing, and I don't look at money. I never have. Money has never been a factor in whether I date somebody or not. I'm about personality because I'm a big personality. I'm about goals and aspirations. Like to me, I did like somebody not too long ago. You ladies know, I won't get into details, but you ladies know. And the one thing about him that made me cringe was, like Cindy said, there was no ambition. There was, it was okay that I worked a part-time job wherever I worked, and I smoked weed and I just worked part-time, and then that was cool. It was like, you don't want to go to school, you don't want to better yourself, you don't want to do that. Nah, man, I'm cool, just working part-time, making $500 a week. And I'm like, but no, in all reality, I do want somebody who, one, can stimulate me mentally. You know, I'm very educated. I have a degree. I'm very street smart. I want somebody who can stimulate. I want to go to dinner and be able to talk more about what's going on in the world than just, yo, bro, what's your favorite color, bro?
Ooh,
You know?
you get married to a woman.
Yeah.
Just to marry her.
Hey, listen, I'm down. Listen, for
Let's get
all
a
our
wife.
single ladies that watch, I'm down to marry for tax reasons. You could do
Absolutely.
your thing. I'll do my thing. But
Sounds like
we
you
get
like
better
you
taxes.
need a wife.
Yeah, I could do a wife. I actually have a wifey. She's actually my best friend of 22 years, but that's besides the point. But no, I want somebody who can bring personality, sense of humor, charisma, you know, and yes, they need to be physically attractive to an extent. They don't need to look like this on the wall. Now, granted, if they look like this on the wall, honey,
That's a plus.
I'm like you, Shanda. I'll run out in my robe in the middle of the driveway and lay down if they look like that. But if they don't, I understand that. You know, I'll run me over, baby. I love you.
Well, I'm not going to ask you, TK, because you're already married. But I'm going to ask Cindy.
But I do want to say something, and then you can go to Cindy.
Okay, go ahead.
With me, and Cindy, you probably have this as well. Because I'm always in the spotlight, I had to make sure I chose a man that can handle, who is secure enough to deal with a woman with such a huge personality and always in the spotlight. But go ahead, Cindy. I'll let you chime in.
I like that one. That's good.
Yeah. What was the question, Shanda?
When you're ready to settle down, what are you looking for in your significant other before you say, okay, we're gonna be together, we're gonna do life together? What do they have to bring to the table before you even get to that conversation?
Ambition, openness, open mindedness.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be in an environment where I feel like my ideas are crouched upon
Mm-hmm.
and like batted. What's that? I don't like that. I can't operate in that relationship.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And a sense of humor and patience.
Okay.
Because I'm
they
very
gotta have
excited.
a job.
Well, they have to be ambitious. So
okay.
Yes. Yeah, they have to have a work ethic, and also a job is relative, right? Because I'm a musician, so
right. Right.
my career is
your career is bringing in the coins.
7. Yeah, like my career is 24/7. Like I'm always working on my career and finding ways to bring money into the house.
Well, since Shanda said that, let's put you on the spot like Rihanna. If Cindy's here making $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year, and you have a man that's making 40 grand. Oh yeah, from your mouth to God's ears. But if you have a man that comes to the table and he's got everything, but he's only making 40 grand a year, does it matter or no?
You talking to me or Cindy?
I'm an answer for her.
Yes. At least bump it to 100. You know, at least bump it up to 150. That's so you can really take care of yourself.
She will hear my mouth. She will hear my mouth. Cindy, no, ma'am. She will hear me.
Yeah.
So then you're
if
saying
it's like
finances
maybe it's
play a huge part
for this time period, and then then he can grow. Like maybe I met him at 40,000 because he's in transition, and it got weird for a minute. Mm-hmm. And then, but I'll still have my stuff and you'll have your stuff. But if time goes by and you're not growing, then yeah, no goodbye.
Right.
So then Rihanna should kick ASAP out.
No, he's in the millions.
He's 14 million.
Yeah, I heard millions.
He's worth $14 million.
It doesn't matter. You had 400,000. He had 40. She has 1.7 billion. He's got. When you get into
that bracket, it doesn't.
You know what the question is, Diva B?
It's not as valuable.
The question is, if we were not to if we didn't work, can you take care of yourself? And in his case, he's good.
Absolutely he can.
He's good.
And
you can with 40 grand too.
She
I mean, you can't live the life, but
she walked into a business opportunity that got her to like a beauty line and a clothing line that elevated her brand. That's her business acumen.
Yeah, but she was already worth 500 million before she got in that beauty line.
Yeah, but then now she's worth 1.6. That's her business acumen, right?
He's growing, but he's never going to grow to her status.
I don't know. Behead Jay-Z.
He may open up a lingerie company. I mean, for
he
men, you
might
never
run
know.
vodka. He might be a cannabis. He might open up cannabis dispensaries. He might
Yeah,
And
you know.
I'm gonna
open up
just go
braid
ahead and say
shops.
But
it.
we
I don't know.
I don't. His look don't even compliment her, but that's just me.
He's
And
we're
I
gonna
handsome.
go
said
ahead and
what I
move
He's
said.
on
cute.
I
because
said what I said.
Because
I think
before
he's
you
we're
know it,
gonna
this is
handsome.
move
gonna be a
on.
3-hour show.
Right. Thank you all so much. And this cold is trying to beat me up, so I'm trying to hurry up before I sneeze on live. So TK, fix your hair. We're moving on, boo.
Rock
I
that
just want
mute.
you
You're
all
okay.
again to make sure that when you're the ones who are dating, make sure you date someone who has the same ambitions and goals as you, so that you're not always picking up the slack because they just won't do any better. So I love you all. Thank you for commenting. We are going to move. I was ready. I thought I was ready.
How's
We're
she
gonna
gonna cut
move
us
on
off
to
and then not be ready? D
Diva
D
Diva
D
B.
B.
Diva B D dishes the dirt, does the dishes, do the damn thing, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Okay, I gotta do the damn thing. Ew. Okay, I love that.
she
Well,
meant that.
I'm gonna make mine real quick. I have one thing I want to talk about, only because of the good work that he did in the world. Another situation is gonna probably piss off a lot of people, because if you aren't pissed like me and TK, because we were pissed, I don't know what will piss you. Time to clean the dishes. You see?
Ryan. Don't be
Can we
distracted,
start
Diva B.
banning
You do
people
your
from our
thing.
talk show? And then the next thing is I want to talk about something that happened this weekend, which I find so ridiculous. But the first thing I wanted to talk about, and I wasn't ready myself. May he rest in peace. Is the senator slash former Republican vice president candidate,
1923.
Bob Dole.
Wow.
So I'm mad that y'all didn't know who he was. That's
Wow.
Got to
one
say
thing.
I know who
got to
Bob
say
Dole
So, well,
was.
thank
that.
you. Thank you for being
Of course I
educated. But
know who Bob
anyways,
Dole was.
so Bob Dole,
Shonda.
Bob Dole,
Honey,
okay, he
I ain't
was
the
Running
a
against
citizen
man.
here, so
President
I don't know
Clinton.
them
Listen,
people.
he fought in war, okay.
Don't say that out loud.
He was actually, ladies, get it together.
I'm
He
sorry.
was actually shot in war and partially paralyzed. And when he came back to this country, he did a lot of work for our veterans, which this is one thing about this country that bothers me a lot, that you can literally put your life on the line and go fight for this country and come back here and be left out in the middle of the street with nothing to fend for. And he did a lot of work for the veteran community, and for that I respect him. So rest in peace, Bob Dole. He was 98 years old, okay?
Oh
I don't know
wow.
about y'all, but that
Wow.
was a
He
good stint,
lived
He lived
it.
okay?
a good
He
life.
lived it. And he fought for
A long
others.
life.
And he would go every Saturday for, I think I saw it on the nightly news, for like 20 years. He went every Saturday to the Veterans Park near Washington, D.C., and he would just sit with the other veterans and just talk about, what their struggles were. So he did do a lot of good things, more than I can say what the government is doing now. But anyways, we're going to keep it moving and pushing. The second thing I wanted to talk about, which I found so ridiculously crazy, was when, and Cindy can definitely chime in on this because she's music oriented, but when you, ever since the pandemic started, we had all these verse battles. It was Monica versus Brandy, Brandy versus so and so. And this Saturday they had Bone Thugs and Harmony, and 3-6 Mafia, who are two groups that my brother absolutely adores. They did their verse this weekend, and leave it to them to get into a fist fight in the
Oh
middle of the
gosh.
verse.
What is this yellow
So
tape, kids?
they actually had to
That
section
was
them off.
that was a prop.
Okay, no, that was actually them sectioning them off
Yeah.
at one point, because the two groups couldn't stay on either side of the stage, so they wanted them to stay away. What started the fight, and I don't even know which one in this picture, okay, is Busy Bone.
Is that the lady with
Ask
the afro?
Ryan. Which one is he,
I
Ryan?
I
Ryan.
think Busy Bone was the one back with the dreads and the white shirt with the Scully. And what started the fight was while Busy Bone was performing, one of the group members in 3-6 Mafia started mocking him. And he said a whole speech, which I would love to share, but this is not that kind of podcast. So if you
Expletives.
want to read the
Censored.
speech, yeah, my answer would be beep, 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 beep. Yeah. So if you want to see what they said to each other, and then what happened was at the end of the show, they actually came together on stage and sang. Yep, and Ryan is wrong, but anyways, at the end of the show, they came on stage and they sang a song because he's not the one with the afro. He's actually the one that's behind the one with the afro with the braids and the
Sibling rivalry.
the hoodie.
He didn't skip a
The
beat. He was like,
Scully.
Ryan's wrong. Anyway.
Yeah.
Don't
And then
you like
last,
that,
I
Ryan?
have to tell you, and I'm pretty sure that our audience will agree, but last week there was a school shooting once again in Michigan. And when they arrested the 15-year-old kid, the prosecutors came out and they were saying they were thinking about arresting the parents. I jumped out of my seat screaming, the parents needed to be held accountable. And I think that in all mass school shootings, all parents should be held accountable. And I'll tell you why. One, that kid did not get that gun on their own. And two, if you are a parent that does not lock your firearms away, now when I mean lock them away, that's not lock it and then put the key in your nightstand. That's lock it and make the key disappear so that your children cannot see it. The crazy thing about the whole story, which really shocked me, was one, the mother sent a text message the day of the shooting, and a teacher actually, early in the morning, a teacher found a picture that the kid was drawing, and in that picture was a drawing of a semi-automatic handgun pointing to the words that said, "The thoughts won't stop." She sent the child down to the principal's office to be reprimanded or discussed or for them to call the parents. And the parents flat out denied, like flat out said, we're not coming to pick up our kid. And they let the kid return to the classroom. And then the mother texted the kid, capital laugh out loud, "I'm not mad at you. You just have to learn how to not get caught."
Yep. I was so mad.
I'll be honest, I think the whole family deserves life in prison. The mother, the father, and the son, because there are 4 kids who, as teenagers, will never grow up to see adulthood because of the negligence, maybe if I'm saying that wrong, because it sounds like negligence.
You got it.
I just didn't want to say the negligee, the negligence of the parents, of the school. I actually think that there are people in the school that need to be held accountable, because if somebody drew a picture like that and the parents just said, well, we're not coming to get them, honey, he needed to go to detention or CSI or indoor suspension or something where he would have been held by himself. But to send him back, yeah, CSI, girl, that shows my age, honey, in school.
Honey, throwback. Do this
Throwback.
I'm not gonna say nothing. Y'all, I'm trying to laugh.
So, I mean, to me, I think that the parents are equally accountable, and I'll let you ladies jump in, but that's the dishes. So they're done and clean, y'all.
Work. Thank you,
Work.
Diva
Right.
B.
Clean.
Thank you so much, Diva B, for dishing the dirt. We are now going to move on to our second topic. So talking about leveling up, honey, or dating on your level. Y'all gonna get mad at me because I know y'all don't really care for Porsha, but Porsha is in her bag. She is in her
She ain't just in
bag.
her
I'll be
bag.
right
She's
back.
in his bag too. I hate
She
her.
in his bag too. But
Look, Cindy left. She said, "I'll be back," because she don't want to talk about Porsha. She don't even want to talk about Porsha.
wait, let's we are going to talk about this comeback, Cindy. So I'm gonna let y'all talk, and then I'll say how I feel after. So I'm gonna let people know who don't know who Porsha Williams is. Porsha Williams is a reality TV star. This is Porsha on the left of the screen. Is this left for them? Where my mouse is? That's where
The one wearing the yellow tank top.
the yellow tank top is Porsha. And the gentleman behind her is her new beau, Simon.
Fiancé.
Simon, well, you're right, fiance. Simon was previously married to this young lady on the right in the black jacket, Falynn. I can't pronounce her last names. But her and Simon were married. I want to say a year or two or three. It wasn't very long.
I think
And
3 years. Yeah.
Fallon was introduced to the reality show Real Housewives of Atlanta as Portia's friend. Porsha then said that
They're not
Fallon
friends.
is not her friend. And TK, fix your face. I can get through this.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember everything. I rewrote down my little notes, child. So Portia said that even Fallon said that they weren't friends because when you're doing the reality show, when someone new is introduced, they have to be introduced as one of the castmates' friends, just so that the audience can, I guess, warm up to them, whatever. So she was introduced as Portia's friend. Long story short, Fallon and Simon broke up or separated and chose to get a divorce because Simon said Fallon was cheating on him. Fa- um, Look at her name, Portia, reached out to Simon. Hey, how you doing? Heard you getting a divorce. Just making sure you're all right. Simon and Portia started dating about a month or couple of weeks because the timeline has been kind of been said so many different times. We'll know exactly what the timeline is. So between 2 weeks to a month after dating, they are engaged to be married. My question was to the group and to our audience: was Portia wrong? Wait. Before I tell you, you answer that, I want to play this smaller clip of how Fallon was introduced to the show.
Come on, cheeks. That's what I said. My cheeks were out a little bit. You don't look great. You're going to a pool. That's fine. Oh, I have nothing to worry about. Meanwhile, okay, so. Hey. This is Falynn. Nice to meet you. We brought a bottle. And this is my sister. Nice to meet you. Your home is beautiful, Fallon. Thank you so much. We're so excited.
All right.
Putting on our best behavior.
Hi, ladies. How are you?
This is my husband, Simon, everyone.
How are you? You're good. Boom, boom. Yes. Nice to meet you. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Thank you for coming.
And I see you laid it out for us.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that makes me want to get married all over again.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
Okay. Now, I
That
have
house
few
is a
things-
rental.
I have a few things to say. Well, they still have it. He's apparently on the show now. And they're gonna
wait,
sell
she
the
did
house.
not move into that marital
No,
home.
she did not. She did not move into.
What's
they
funny
actually-
is I thought the same thing when Fallon was
They
like,
ain't got
"Well,
no
this is
roll
my."
down.
When Fallon was like, "Welcome,
The
this
house.
is my house," Portia was like, "It's gonna be mine soon."
no, they
Rental.
no, it's not. They're not in it. They actually going to buy a house. I think they just bought their
They
house
just bought
already.
one. Mhm.
They just bought a house,
She said
and
it
they're
last night on
going
her
to be
show.
they're going to be moving in together once they get married. Now, um, number one, I want y'all to ask, and do not answer nothing else what I'm asking you because I have another question. I'm going to TK first because she's about to explode. Was Portia okay? So I'm gonna give you the facts again. Portia and Fallon were not technically friends, but Portia was in that lady's home. Was Portia and Simon wrong? And let me also tell you this: this will be Simon's fourth marriage as well.
Mm.
Was she wrong for reaching out to him and now being his fiance? Go TK.
Yes, it's called breaking girl code. And I don't care if they was friends or not. The moment that we were introduced and the moment that I allowed you to come into my home, my precious space where me and my husband live, the moment that you cross through my doorsteps, all bets are off. And I even introduced you to him. So
But they're
don't
doing
act like
they're doing a show. They're putting it as if I'm playing devil's
Hey,
advocate.
we're
I'm
doing
not
a show
agreeing.
here.
Listen, I'm just telling you that the way Portia's putting as if they have to do that because that's the show. She's saying like in real life, that wouldn't really happen that way. But go ahead. I'm just adding a
Because
little,
even if
teasing
even if
to
they
it.
weren't friends, y'all couldn't meet at the Chick-fil-A or the Panera Bread down the street.
That's how the show wanted her introduced
Oh, so it's
at
the
her
show's
home.
fault that her marriage was ruined.
And it doesn't matter if it's business or personal.
Right.
Even
I agree.
if a business meeting took place, I'm gonna even go there. If me and Farrah go to a business meeting, and the moment that that woman is introduced to my husband and we have conversation, at
Exactly.
that very moment, don't act like you don't know me. Don't
Right.
act
She
like
was
you didn't
wrong.
know I was married.
Right.
So
Because she did go to her house more than once as well. So she was wrong.
But we
She
ain't
was wrong.
friends. Shonda,
I'm
okay,
just
wait.
giving
Hold on, because
you
I'm gonna take my
what the
glasses
people
off for
told
this.
me.
why you? Oh,
Let me give you my eyes, okay, so y'all can see my eyes.
come on,
okay?
Diva.
So, Shonda, you've been to my house once, and we are friends. For her to go to your house, for Porsha to come to her house more than once, and then say we're not friends, that's completely crap. Second of all, like TK said, it's not only girl code, it's bro code. Because even when you're with your homeboys, if let's say I'm a straight man and I'm dating a girl, that doesn't mean that it's go free for my homeboys to get up on my girl when we break up.
Right.
I'm sorry. She a thought, and that's all it is. And she just wants them coins because she was jealous that Falynn's house was bigger than hers. And she's always been a little hopper, you
Oh,
know.
excuse me.
Oh, Travis, why you getting spicy? Put that on your glass. You don't like my dark circles?
No, I agree. I'm not
But I'm
disagreeing.
sorry. I just
What's her name? Portia was wrong. Portia was dead wrong. The minute she called that man and said, "Hey, I'm checking on you, girl,"
mm-hmm.
we know what you was
That's not
doing.
your business to check on.
You were
Weren't you
checking
supposed
on
to check
him
on your friend?
because you were shooting
Falynn?
a shot.
Mm.
If you were going to check on anybody, because her thing was when she said on the Andy show that, "Oh, I've been divorced and I went through that and I want to see who's okay." No, boo. I'm all for being honest with me. Speak straight up. Look, Andy, I saw he was single and I shot my shot. Say that, but don't lie that, "Oh, I was calling him to see if he was okay because he's getting divorced." Girl, bye. We know what your intentions were.
Mm-hmm.
And good luck ain't gonna come to you because of that. Because
Look at
you
Cindy.
cannot, you are
Look at Cindy.
plotting. I was trying not to. You are plotting, or maybe she wasn't plotting. I don't know. But the way she did things was wrong, and they're getting caught in their lies or
Oh, what a tangle web
discrepancies
we weave.
on the show because she's
Cindy.
saying he reached out to her. He's saying she reached out to him.
Look at
He's
Cindy.
saying they got engaged 2 weeks later. She's saying they got engaged 4 weeks later.
Cindy looks like the
A
picture
month
that's
later.
behind her. She just needs a piece of gum.
Wait, Cindy does look like the picture on the side. She
So
ready.
you got a piece of gum. You're gonna blow your bubble, honey, because you.
Come on.
Yes. So go ahead, Cindy. Those two already commented. Go ahead. What you got?
We got a tongue pop, y'all.
A bad example of what it is to be a woman in this world.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
A bad example of what it is to be a black woman in this world.
Now.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Oh,
Yeah, but you know what? She's right. And then you know the worst part of
thank you,
it?
Diva.
Let
The
me
worst
screen-
part of all of
Let me
it
screenshot
is that
this.
they
Wait a
will
minute.
go. The worst part of all of it is that they will go and put her on TV and give her the clout and give her the kudos. And
They gave her a
you
whole
know,
show.
They gave her a
I
whole
don't
show
think-
for it.
But
So
this
she
is
wrecked her
what-
home and she made money.
But this is what our world has come to.
Yeah.
Like, why was that deserving of a show? And I watch it because I like mess. But why was that deserving of a show?
Report back so we can talk about it.
Right.
part
Why
of the
was it
problem.
deserving of a show? I am. But now I'm watching it. I can't stop.
I watched
But-
15 minutes of
But
it yesterday.
listen, even on the show, she doesn't want Dennis, who was her baby's father. She doesn't want Dennis bringing a girlfriend or a girl to her cookout. And Simon or her sister was like, "Why don't you want to bring a girlfriend? You already have a man. Why can't Dennis bring somebody with him?" And she wants to control the situation, as Dennis' mom says. She wants to be very controlling, and she wants to call all the shots. And that's
Well,
the
she
problem.
could also be worried that if Dennis brought a woman to the cookout, Simon might be interested in that woman.
Karma.
Could be.
You know.
Or she wants to have Dennis and Simon too, because then she went out to dinner with Dennis, about a co-parent dinner. You ain't gotta go to no dinner to co-parent. You can talk on the phone. I just think the whole situation is crazy. Like I said, they're being not caught, but the truth is coming out about what happened, how it happened. Fallon is now, and now Portia does interviews. In her interviews, she's mentioning, oh, she's saying, congratulations, Fallon, because Fallon has had a baby and Fallon's engaged and Fallon has moved on. And they're trying to
Engagement.
put it as if Fallon was pregnant when she was married to Simon by someone else. Even if that was true, Portia, you still can't go date her husband.
Mhm.
Whatever happened in their marriage is on them. That doesn't give you an excuse to go and date Simon. So her saying these things in the interview now is childish. Fallon's doing a world tour telling her story. Portia's on another world tour telling her story. And Simon's sitting in the back chewing on popcorn, watching both of them make fools of themselves, honestly. If Fallon is happy, she can move on, let it go. I won't talk about it anymore. And Portia just better hope that what happens to her doesn't come back on her.
Mm.
I
That's
Just
all I
like
got. I ain't got no more.
even perpetuating the story, like even if it's
Yeah.
made up, whatever, just the idea that that story is being made up is
Mm-hmm.
bad karma,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
it's so much bad
absolutely.
karma. We actually have, like, it just kills me that she knows she's in the spotlight, and this is what she has a daughter. This is even what you want your daughter. Like, I'm so careful about every step that I make because I have kids of my own watching me.
Mhm.
I'm in the public eye. We're on a platform, guys, so people watch what we do, and that's what you want to be known for. Like,
Right.
I mean, to each his own. I'm just very surprised at Portia because I was cheering for Portia. I just need somebody to give Cindy some gum
Right.
because she looked just like that picture. She looked just like the picture behind her. But to each his own. I just feel like
Yeah.
how it started is how it's going to end. Period.
Right. And I honestly, I was happy for her at first too. I didn't even know the whole story. I didn't even know, and I honestly didn't put two and two together that Simon was Fallon's husband until like after I heard the story. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Let me go look into this because she has been, been through so much. And I was like, well, I'm happy for her. She finally got someone, but not this way, Fallon. I mean,
But
Portia.
can I ask? Can I throw
Go.
something in? Because TK made
Yeah,
a
and
valid
then
point.
TK after you.
TK made a valid point. She has a daughter. When this
Yeah.
happens to her daughter, how's she gonna feel about it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because she can't be mad because you're the one who
She
started this
set an
kind of stuff.
example
No,
She
she's
set an
teaching her.
example.
for other
She
people's
Hmm.
daughters.
she teaching her daughter to secure the bag. That's what she's teaching her.
She is, honey.
Whatever way possible. Wear thought clothes and
By
thought
any means
whatever.
necessary.
Going back to topic number one, this is when you ask yourself before you get into a relationship, why do I want to be the fifth baby mama or the fifth wife? I'm sorry.
And Portia's definitely not
Right.
on his level because I think he's worth some like 150, 100, $200 million.
I
He's
don't
worth
want
a
to be the
lot of
fifth
money.
wife. Yeah.
Right. And
And that house is rented, you guys. There's no rug on the ground. You mean you walking around Atlanta with that big old mansion with no shoes on and you ain't got a rug?
listen,
You hear the
we from
sound
the
bouncing
islands.
around.
First thing we see is a rug.
You better put a rug down. You will catch cold on your feet.
But I wanted to comment on what Mama Gloria said, and because I mentioned it earlier, I was always told you can't steal a man if he doesn't want to be stolen. You can't steal
Facts.
anybody if they don't want to be stolen because they're not property. And I definitely agree with that. That's why I don't like the term home wrecker. The only home wrecker in that wrecks that home are the people in it. There's nothing that anyone can do outside of your home to wreck your home that you don't allow to
Mhm.
happen. So if we're gonna use home wreck, it should be for two people that's inside that home, whether it's man, woman, and whoever. If you're in a relationship and you allow something to happen, that is on you. And a lot of times, the person, like let's say, like I watch a lot of paternity court, and there are men on there who are on there because they cheated. So their wife is standing next to them in the booth, and you got the side chick on the other side saying this is your baby. Then you have the wife arguing with her. Ma'am, you skipped the whole person that's standing next to you. You're way over here cussing her out, telling her she's a whore, she's a slut, she's this, that, and the other. But your husband, who took vows with you, is the one who betrayed you.
Mhm.
Not she owes you nothing. As a woman, she does, but she didn't take vows with you. She did not, sit here and say, I promise to love, cherish, honor, and obey. Your husband did that. That's who you need to be going after. Now, if
Well,
you
that's
not,
sorry.
Now, if you're a relative, I'm snatching you. And if you're my friend, you're getting snatched. But if my husband goes and cheats with someone who I don't know, and another thing, a lot of times they tell them I'm not married, or they don't know they're married.
And they
And I've
believe
heard
them.
right, and I've heard stories of women that said, "Well, I didn't know he was married until they're really in the relationship, they really gotten pregnant, things are already happening." That woman should have a problem with her husband, and a lot of times they'll take that husband back and be ready to fight and kill her.
Mhm.
He's the enemy. You sleeping with him. That's the problem. Go ahead, DVB.
Well, no, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say a lot of times. I mean, because even when I was in high school, and I'm sure that you saw this too, if a guy cheated on a girl, the girl wanted to fight the other girl,
Right.
and it's like, wait a minute, she may not even know that you're in this picture. Now, granted, there are girls that do know that
Right.
still don't care.
They
Okay,
get a
he's
kick
married,
out
he
of
got
it.
a girlfriend or whatever. I don't care.
Mhm.
But if they don't know, then why would you want to attack the girl who is clueless to what's going on because she
Yeah.
was sold the dream instead of going after the person who actually is the one that's at fault?
Yeah.
And I've never understood that either. But
Go ahead, TK, and then we're gonna move on to.
Just to close this
Cindy.
out, there are some states that there's a law that
Mhm.
the home wrecker can be sued for
Yeah.
ruining a family.
Yeah, they tried to sue Fantasia, honey. You remember
Yeah,
that?
I remember.
They tried to sue Fantasia, and her of course defense was, I didn't know he was married. And men will lie, and they will
They
have
will lie.
whole household. I know somebody had a whole house and twins in a family in another city
Lived a
because
different life.
he worked Monday through like Sunday through Thursday out of town, and he came home Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Dude had a whole family with babies and bought a house in a whole nother city. And his wife had no idea. And the girlfriend over there didn't have any idea. So, it happens. And then, the wife want to fight the woman. Boo boo. Y'all need to be jumping him because he's the
exactly.
problem.
Yeah.
But thank you all. That was a great conversation. You want to say something, Cindy, or you done?
Look at the face.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on to Cindy. I can't sing today. Spotlight.
Yes, finally, something good. Get this banner off here.
Oh, sorry. I'll do it. I got you.
You guys, I have a couple of things that I want to spotlight tonight. I got my arm is sore, Diva B.
Mine
got me.
too.
Because I got my booster shot today, my vaccine booster. I took the Moderna vaccine, and apparently it's like up now. You should get the booster. So I was like, whatever. I travel a lot. I have been on a plane, trains, automobiles, and it is packed. And I just want to continue to protect myself. But also on top of that, so I went to the nearest, CVS, made my appointment, and got my COVID booster. But this is also the time of open enrollment. Those of you who are who need Medicaid or affordable health care, now is the time to look into affordable health care. You can go to www.fhcp.com. I don't know if I put it in I meant to do that, but I didn't. Here we are. To check out open enrollment, because you can look into different ways of getting health insurance, and there shouldn't be a reason why we aren't protected. And when I was young, but like before the shutdown, I had insurance through my the Actors Equity Association. So it was I'm an actor, and I was a part of a union, and because I worked in a show, I gained hours, and then I got a health insurance, and it was bomb health insurance because I can go nationally and still get health care. With the state insurance, it's much trickier. I travel a lot. It's very difficult for me to figure out what my situation is. But here, at least in your home state, you can get affordable, if low cost, if not free, healthcare. And now is the open enrollment. They've just extended they extended the deadline for open enrollment to January 15th. So go out and if you have even if you have a friend or a loved one who isn't paying attention, and they're like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my health insurance, please just, you guys have this information, and that's what this talk show is about as well. We want to make sure. I'm doing a little community corner right now, okay? For Shanda, you're welcome. Also, I'm switching hats. Boop. Now, I would like to also Cindy spotlight myself.
Ooh.
If you guys already tuned into my YouTube channel, Cindy Winters TV, some of you guys are watching from Cindy Winters TV right now. Click the like button and subscribe. I am releasing music videos from an album that I put out of last year called Lessons from a Lady, dedicated to Miss Lena Horne. And we filmed this at the Mosaic Mansion in the Hollywood Hills, and it is absolutely beautiful. We just released the first song today, a song that I wrote in collaboration with Ben Williams. And he produced the music, composed all the music, and I'm very excited about this. And I wanted to share it with you here on our show tonight. So here is If You Believe.
There's a girl full of wishes and a pocket full of dreams. She's a million ways away from home. She has the courage of her mother, like her father knows it's true, but she can't figure which way to go. One by one, the door slam in her face. Rejection is a friend, and she hears a voice inside her say, you'll get stronger if you There's a girl full of wishes and a pocket full of dreams. She's a million ways away from home. She has the courage of her mother, like her father knows it's true, but she can't figure which way to go. One by one, the door slammed in her face. Rejection is a friend, and she hears a voice inside her say, you'll get stronger if you believe.
Oh,
Tell us
That
what you
was so
think.
beautiful.
It
Hit me
was
with
beautiful.
some emojis. Oh, Travis, thank you so much. Thank you, y'all.
I thought so too. She did like a turn and she looked just like Beyonce.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
thank you so
beautiful.
much. Oh gosh, I had so much fun filming that. It's video one of a 4-part video series. So we'll be releasing songs every week, and then you can listen to each song on Spotify live at the Mosaic Mansion. I'm so excited to be releasing this music because this is the first time that I'm going to be releasing music on a regular basis to continue to do what I do. You know, a lot of my life has been on Broadway. I've spent a lot of my career on Broadway, which I've been very excited about and grateful for. But I'm at my core a songwriter, so you'll be hearing more songs from Cindy Winters in 2022, along with me still being a part of the Disney Princess concert and
Mm.
right here at co-host on Talk Miami. So I wanted to
Beautiful.
spotlight myself tonight.
You
Shameless
deserve that
plug.
spotlight, fan
Thank
pop.
you.
I'm gonna bust it out again, I promise.
We are
Okay.
so super proud of you, Cindy, and I'm just blessed to be called your friend. I think I'm your friend. Be called your friend.
Yes,
Sister.
you're my
Just say I
friend.
know you because
You
I'm
are,
so
unless you
proud
bring
of
up
you.
another Porsha topic.
You're my
We
friend.
might. Oh God. All right, we're gonna move on to TK's motivation.
That was shade, but no shade.
Shade, but no
Listen,
shade.
that was a whole solar eclipse. That's what that was.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Shanda. I know my voice is a little raspy tonight, but I'll get through it and I'll make it short. But we are in the month of December. And when we think about December, or like me, when I think about December, I think about giving. It is the month of giving. And I just want to say that when I talk about the word karma, there's bad karma and then there's good karma. And I just feel like whatever you put out there, it comes back. So in the season of giving, I just believe that we must give more in order to get more. It is the generous giving of ourselves that produces the generous harvest. So, plain and simple, what you put out will come back. If it's bad energy, you better believe in karma. If it's good energy and you're always loving and giving, truly someone will reward you. In a case just like with Dr. Shanda and Diva B, I'm not going to get into it, but Dr. Shanda, we know all the work that she puts into Pain to Purpose and how she's changing lives. And Diva B generously gave to her because he knows how much she's doing. So trust me, someone's paying attention to what you do. So always give. And then another thing I want to say, never give with intentions that someone has to give something back to you. I'm not saying that, but just give and God will do the work. You don't have to expect anything back. Trust me, it will just come back. And that's what I just wanted to share with you guys for the month of December, because it is Christmas. But a lot of people go wrong trying to go broke and not paying their mortgage or rent, trying to buy gifts. Just think about it's not about the money. It's just about what you put out there and how you can help people, or the love and the joy when they're opening the gift. So that's all I wanted to share from my mouth to
if we gave a little more, the world would be better.
Come on now. Fan pop.
Oh, by the way, this is big. I have to share this. You have to use Amazon Smile. Okay.
Oh, look at
Let me tell
Gloria.
you, my mom, she always goes through Amazon Smile. Even the other day when I ordered something from Amazon, the first thing she said was, "Did you go through Smile for Pain to Purpose?" And I'm like, dang man, I forgot. But my mom always goes through Amazon Smile. So please go to Amazon Smile. They do give 5% of your total to the Pain to Purpose or to any other nonprofit organization. So it really does help. And, you know, that's it.
Thank y'all so much.
Go give somebody something.
I appreciate the
Even
support.
if it's a hug.
Right, something. I appreciate the support because it's needed, especially now during the holidays when we have to go visit some moms that are in the shelters with their kids. And we don't take the kids' toys. We take the mom stuff because other people are giving the kids toys. We want to let the moms know that we love them, and that we support them, and that they're not alone because it's hard. So thank you so much. Every little bit does help. Listen, y'all, we are done for the night. I was just about to tell Cindy to let people know how to find us.
I'll do it for you.
If not, I can try. You want me to try?
Go ahead, Diva B.
Go ahead.
Diva B, take it away, Diva B.
Okay. Thank you for joining us again at Talk Miami Talk Show. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or subscribe on our YouTube channel. Talk Miami Podcast can be listened on Spotify, iHeartRadio. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, on your mama radio, on your sister radio, on your grandmammy radio.
Period.
And you can all reach us all at Talk Miami Talk Show. I know this is not the way Cindy would do it, but I tried.
You did great.
You did a great job.
You did a great job.
Before we hang up or log out, please make sure you are liking the podcast. Make sure you are sharing it. Please make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. All of that helps us to become bigger stars. So y'all want to see us
get these topics out there.
Listen, get the topics out there.
We're trying to get our level up.
You never know what may help as well. A lot of people inbox us or message us or comment on that post that one topic just helped them. And that's what we want to do, to help people while we're doing it at the same time. So thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it.
You got a church finger, Shanda.
Go ahead, TK.
Before we go, we are in the month of December, and I saw Travis said his birthday is on the 8th. So if it is your birthday, go ahead and make sure that happy birthday, Travis.
Happy birthday to you.
Exactly.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. God bless you.
Aww.
Happy birthday to you. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
And Travis, I'm going to give you the eyes again just because you said to put it back on. So happy birthday.
And anyone else that's in the month of December, we're with you every Monday for the rest of this month. Let us know your birthday and we'll give you a shout out.
My aunt sings the birthday song like that. Her Bahamian accent. I'm gonna have her record it so we can play it every time it's a
Oh man,
birthday.
that'd be
Oh,
rich.
that'd be
Cause
cool.
listen,
Also, to you all, our friends and family can download our podcast.
Yes.
And also, if you do listen to us on Spotify, you can also hit that heart
Yes.
icon and show us that you like us. That also helps us out as well.
Absolutely. Thank
so
you.
who's hosting next week? Cause
I think
I
it's
don't did
The
it twice
man in
me.
this
the
month.
red
Oh,
hat.
it's Diva B.
Oh, I gotta get a hat for. Never mind. Okay, so let me find our outro video. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Add it up. Okay, alright.
I'll see
Deck
you
the
next
halls
week.
with boughs of holly. Fa la
Fa
la
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 la. Don't bring up
la.
Porsha again.
Amen.